Hey, what's up, everybody? How we doing? It's been a bit since I've made a video. I want to make an update with the spirit of honesty. Before I get started, unfortunately, I don't have a candle, and sorry, I've a little grimy, little oily, fucking sweaty looking. I just got out the gym, but I can feel when it's time to do things, and it was time to do this. You know what I mean? But I hope everybody's doing well. It's a good year. I can feel it. You know, it's a big one. But anyway, I'll get right to it. Last time I left off, I was nocturnal, working on a couple things. I'd like to give an update. Unfortunately, I'm no longer able to be nocturnal. I just switched back to the day side for a little bit. I really miss it. I hope to get back to it when I can. But the couple things that kept messing me up was the gym kept closing on me because I'm not at a 24-hour gym. And I kept waking up and Costco was closed, so I wasn't getting my groceries. And if I don't get my groceries, that messes me up for the whole week. And when I got off my flow, I got off my flow. So I realized that, one very important piece was to be able to keep that kind of flowing. But so I had to switch back to the daytime for now. I did that actually on Christmas Day. So anybody that was with me on Christmas Day knows that I was super tired because my body wanted to be asleep, but made it happen. But I don't really personally celebrate Christmas, but a lot of people I care about do. So I was rocking with them. I'll call it Yule, whatever you want to do, celebrate how you want to celebrate. I'm a big fan of letting people do what they want as long as they're letting other people do what they want. But anyway, as far as the training goes, I was making great progress with the gym. I was getting huge working with my new coach. Honestly, loved it. And then I hurt my elbow, unfortunately, which had me really sad because then I couldn't play guitar for more than like 20 minutes. And, music is everything to me, just like bodybuilding. That's my heart's kind of split half and half between music and bodybuilding. I really love those two things quite a bit, black metal specifically. So, that really hurt my heart. So I had to put the weights down for a little bit. And watching my arms deflate while I am afraid, because if Mike Tyson can admit he's afraid, I'll admit I'm afraid, fuck it. But afraid that maybe I won't play guitar like I did a couple years ago, or that I won't be able to train the way I want to and really get to the size I want to get to. But fuck all that. I'm going to figure out how to do it. I'm going to be better at guitar than I ever was, and I'm going to reach my goals. I will reach my goals with the gym and with bodybuilding. I will reach my goals with guitar and music. I just have to be a little more patient and learn the lessons as they come. I think there's a lot of lessons to be gained from this. I'll share what I can with y'all, but the biggest one is basically just be patient and don't rush things. And I think Napoleon said that the greatest moment, I won't quote it word for word, but the moment that's the greatest risk of vulnerability or attack or defeat is in that moment right before or during victory. So it's, I hate to make this reference because it's a really painful, sad thing. And hopefully there's no disrespect because I've never been, but a lot of people that are familiar with jail or prison are familiar with when it's your day to leave, you shouldn't really broadcast that, because as you're victorious, you become very vulnerable, or when somebody wins the lottery, for example, look at what it does to their life 9 out of 9 times, unfortunately. So I think that, I personally, not to be a fucking quote machine, but again, one quote that's been ringing in my head lately is Abraham Lincoln, fucking honest Abe. If I had 6 hours to cut down a tree, I would spend the first 4 sharpening my axe. So when I picked up my axe, my guitar, I could feel that my ability to play it was not sharp. So I have to sharpen my tools, my fucking hands, and my fucking brain. You know what I mean? Pardon my French. Hopefully nobody's sensitive. At the same time, if, cussing is kind of how I talk. So if I need to learn how to figure out how to not do it, I can. But also, this channel is about honesty and transparency. I'm going to talk to you the way I talk to myself and my loved ones. So, I'm not cussing at you, but this is the way I talk. But also, shout out Rich Piana. I'm a huge fan of Rich Piana, if you can't tell, So maybe I'll be able to make a video about him or something if I can think of one that's really worthy of his name. So I'm not just fucking piggybacking it like mad people. But anyway, so I'm taking a little time off the gym. You notice my arm's not in the shot like always. I'm not going to hide it, but at the same time, I'm not going to show it off. It does look all right if you want to peep the Instagram, but I'm in more of a deflating my ego, focusing on the long run. I believe in nature, even though I don't believe in certain interpretations of it. So I think if I got nerfed, if I got weakened, if I got injured, I must have done something to really deserve that. And I must have been not listening to my body. And I must have been not recovered and making a mistake. So I'm going to make sure I recover enough. Adding in rest days, more food. Took a really big kind of week off the gym where every other day I just did a really serious physical therapy protocol for the kinetic chain of my left arm. And then just to jump into it real quick, if you're curious, typically when you have an injury in your elbow or your knee, it has to do with what's above or below it, because it's a hinge joint. So, it's at the mercy of what's above and below it. So typically an imbalance or issue in the wrist or the shoulder, that's where it will begin, and then it will work its way into the form or the rep or the recovery matrix, and then eventually the elbow is where stress will show up. Because you think about it, if you have a 3-piece chain, like your shoulder, your elbow, your wrist, and shoulder, elbow, wrist, right? So your shoulder and your wrist are weak, and you keep yanking this chain, your body's smart. So it's going to put extra stress on that middle link because it's a strong link. It's the strongest link in the chain. So what a lot of people will do is their elbow will start hurting and they'll think it's because their elbow's weak, where ironically it's because it's stronger than their wrist and their shoulder proportionately. So they need to strengthen the wrist, strengthen the shoulder, and then the elbow during the movement will have much less stress on it. So that's one thing I was able to learn throughout this process. So hopefully that helps somebody. But it's a marathon, not a sprint, and I think I'm a sprinter by nature. So I'm out of my element, but I love to be out of my element because a comfort zone's a beautiful place. A comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing grows there. The excuse I'll give is I have gym brain right now, so maybe that's not the best time to make a video, but all the blood is in the muscle when you train. So that joke about, you walk in the gym, the person behind the desk says, "Hey, have a great workout," and you look at them and you say, "You too," and you're like, damn, why am I so fucking stupid right now? Your blood is in your muscle preparing for the workout because you're walking into the gym. It knows you're not going to be sitting there talking around the whole time, hopefully. And on that note, I'll end the video. But be safe, stay dangerous. If you need anything, especially with gym or food, hit me up. AndrewPTraining.com if you need to get in touch with me. And then, be safe, stay dangerous. Thanks for tuning in.